was inferior to the old San Cisco one, but superior to spoiling the thief. Now, this did make him consider how powerful a non-starved Belmont empire would be, especially with how the system recognized them as a rare variant. Either way, figuring out what to do with it was for later. Chances were he would learn more about it as the treasure hunt progressed, and if he didn't, he could just research it once outside in the real world. Now that he was done with the loot gained from the Count of Blood, he moved on to what had been in the Count's chamber. It was the items the thief had stolen, and upon checking them out, he suddenly understood the illogical actions of the thief a bit better. The altar and the coffin were two separate items, both of ancient rarity. The Ulston Altar of the Damned, ancient. An altar created by an extremely skilled crafter from the long-perished world of Yulston, using a single unbroken piece of an unknown metal. The metal of the altar itself makes it near indestructible for any being below A grade. This altar has absorbed vast amounts of blood to empower it further, as countless sacrifices have been made upon it. It has been enchanted further to increase the effectiveness of all rituals made using it as a catalyst. Further increases the effect of all sacrificial rituals. Faint records and echoes of old rituals remain imprinted upon the altar, making it passively infuse anyone lying upon it with the life energy of those once sacrificed upon it. Requirements: NA. Jake wasn't certain if he really had any uses for this altar, but he was damn certain Billy was going to make a joke about it if he knew about it. However, even if Jake didn't know what to use it for, its value was unquestionable, and it would surely count towards giving a good final reward. Also, after the treasure hunt, there would be a big auction, and there was sure to be someone in attendance who could use it. Jake wouldn't know how to use it. It was a booth to make rituals and stuff. With the altar was also the accompanying coffin. Yulston Coffin of Eternal Slumber, ancient. A coffin created by an extremely skilled crafter from the long-perished world of Yulston, using a machine that had been left untouched by the ages, slowly soaking in the records of history and the concept of time. The metal of the coffin itself makes it near indestructible for any being below A grade. The runes on the coffin allow any who slumber within to be preserved longer, as time is distorted while inside the coffin. Once inside, enter a special type of meditation that will keep all resources fully replenished and allow you to enter deep sleep, making time pass unnoticed while lessening aging significantly. All effects are amplified for vampires, especially when used with vampiric slumber. Requirements: in A. This one was, in Jake's opinion, a fair bit more interesting. First of all, it was a coffin in a vampire tower, so it was already great thematically, but he also saw how well it worked with the altar. The altar would constantly infuse the vampire with vital energy as he or she slept in the coffin placed atop the altar. The entire time magic part was also interesting, though not that relevant to Jake at all, as he didn't have any plans to enter some eternal slumber anytime soon. These two items were probably the worst ancient rarity items Jake had ever obtained, at least for him. Oh well, if he ever made a vampire friend, he had some cool stuff for them, and if not, he could always have someone melt all the stuff down and make something else, because, Jake was not going to sleep in the coffin. Ever. Fuck that. Having fully inspected the two ancient rarity items, Jake once more considered how the thief's actions made a lot more sense. He had likely banked on Jake not knowing the true value of the items, and had thus attempted to make Jake not think getting rid of the thief was worth the potential issues it could cause. It was stupid to think the Court of Shadows would actually make an enemy out of Jake just because of one idiotic thief, but it did make sense that he would think Jake would hesitate. The thief knew nothing about Jake. He had only seen Jake in this tower in person, and what had he done? He had fought a monster terrorizing others,